Hi, my name is Kyle Okimoto. Thank you for joining me. I'm really excited to bring you this three-part series on the topic of resiliency. I'm calling it the Resiliency Map. Through this series, what we'll learn to do is take strength and resilience that sits within us and use it and apply it to address our current challenge or any challenge in the future. I typically work with companies on similar topics. I help them take energy that's created from situations of extreme uncertainty and disruption and focus that energy on pursuing future opportunities. Over the past couple weeks, I've thought about how do I take this approach and reapply it to help individuals deal with the current coronavirus crisis. And I really struggled with it. What I realized as we think about moving forward from today and in the future in normal times, what happens is we know where the goal is. We know how long it's going to take. And we know generally what the steps are to get there. So I help people and I help companies to do that. But it's in a more structured, known environment. What we're dealing with right now is a lot more scary and a lot more uncertain. And therein lies the challenge. All we know is what we have now. We don't know where we're going exactly, how long it's going to take, and what it'll look like when we get there. That's what makes it scary. But as I reflected further, I realized that we're working with a lot. First of all, we have our wins. Times in which we were challenged in the past, we persevered, we were resilient, and we got through it. I'll call these our resiliency wins. In addition, beyond those wins, we did not do those ourselves. We had people around us, people who supported us. These people are a resiliency network, and we still have them now. Thirdly, we also have approaches we use, tools we use, actions we took, talents we have. All those things that we drew from and applied it to our situation we're challenged, we have those too. We'll call those the Resiliency Toolkit. I hope you find this series helpful. If you do, please share it with others. Ask me questions. Tell me how this is impacting you. We can do additional episodes beyond episodes 3, 4, and beyond. Back in January, when things were a little bit more normal, I was working on a corporate presentation, and I kept on coming up with this theme of WhackaMole. I heard it on NPR, on TV, in the newspapers and online. Topics like the coronavirus, homeless, vaping, crime, opioids, the iPhone, fake news, cybersecurity. It concerned me how frequently this term came up. I got this image from the internet, an image of a guy playing whack-a-mole, hovering over that board, trying to figure out where that next threat was. And I thought, this is fun to play for a couple minutes, but I don't want to be playing it for the rest of my life. I got really concerned. As I went through it, I realized we had a bigger challenge on our hands. You see, we have people, many people we're dealing with, many different issues, and the speed at which these things are coming at us is faster than ever before. The challenge is we're dealing with these situations by finding specific solutions to specific problems. Let me give you an example. So if I'm dealing with money issues with my partner, I can find a book, I can find an expert, I can find resources that will help me get through that problem. But if I just shift that camera a little bit further down, I encounter that same problem with my kids. I need a different book, different experts, different resources to solve that problem. Then multiply it out, and it's easy to see how we're playing whack-a-mole in 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions. On our back, trying to fend people off, trying to figure out where the next threat is coming from. It's scary, and we don't want to be doing this. What we need now is to figure out a way to have a scalable, repeatable, portable, easy to remember solution that we can apply to any problem we encounter in the future. That's what we're looking for. As I thought about it, it's not responding, it's not rebounding, it's not playing defense, it's about resilience and finding a resiliency instinct. The best analogy I came up with is the earth. She's been through tough times, she's gotten through it, she's damaged, but yet every morning she's at her best. And she'll get through everything that we'll throw at her in the future. As you have this resilience and this resiliency instinct that you can pull from on a repeated basis no matter what's in front of you, you have the mindset and the belief that you can get through anything. You may come to me and say, hey Kyle, I'm not a resilient person. I'm more like person 1, I'm not like person 2. I've got 3 responses to that. First of all, if you're person 2, yes, great. You can become more resilient by using my tools. But if you're person 1, you don't want to sit back. You want to become more resilient yourself. Up your game. In addition to that, person 1, through repetition, through success, And knowing you've got through it before, you can build your resilience even higher, to a point where your resilience is even higher than person 2. In addition to that, as you encounter more problems in the future, building that resiliency instinct allows you not to be flummoxed, not to be vexed, but to know that in your arsenal, you have ways to attack this issue too and get through it. That's what you want, and that's what the resiliency instinct is. So how do we do this? We start by building on our big wins. I want as big a list as possible, and you've got it. Think about it from the standpoint of personal, professional, just like I did. Or you may start from the time you were born until now, baby to adulthood, all the wins that you've had. I want as many as possible, list them out. This is the raw material that you'll use to link to your resiliency network and your resiliency toolkit. So please get started as homework before you join me for episode 2. So thank you for joining me. I hope you found this helpful. Please share it with others, and if you have any questions or tell me how it's impacting you, please let me know using the contact information on your screen. In the meantime, be safe, be strong, look out for one another, and remember all those wins from your past. You've got a lot of them. Thank you.